Alright, in this quick lesson I'll introduce the append method, which basically operates exactly like the concat method. The only difference is that concat is called directly on pandas, while the append method is called directly on one data frame. So let's begin by executing our code, and we're just going to do the exact same thing as we did in the last couple lessons, which is combine our sales from week 1 with our sales from week 2. And just to make things a little bit more interesting, I'm going to do it in reverse order this time. I'm going to have week 2 be at the top and week 1 be at the bottom of our resulting concatenated data frame. So here I have week 2, and in the last couple lessons we passed this as the first value in our list as the first argument to the pdconcat method. But we also have a convenient append method that's available directly on the data frame, and to that you can feed an argument of another data frame. And as you can see, the documentation says append the rows of another data frame to the end of this frame, returning a new object. So if I just pass something like week 1 here, it's going to do the equivalent of a pdconcat operation. So there we're going to get a new data frame. If I scroll down, you'll see that the values from week 1 are going to populate at the bottom. Once again, you can see this 500 rows statistic at the bottom proves this point. And of course, the concat method includes a familiar ignore index parameter. Once again, we can set it equal to true instead of false, and that's going to reset our index to basically ignore the ones that are coming from our original 2 data frames to start at 0 and proceed all the way up to 499. Again, this operation doesn't save itself or overwrite any of our original data frames, so if we want to store this in a new variable, or store this operation rather in general, we have to point a new variable to it. So for example, if I do sales, now I'm going to have a 500 row data frame that is the result of combining week 1 and week 2. So just again, the append method is exactly like concat. The only difference is it's called directly on one data frame.